I was really pleased on both ends of the floor. I thought you got to credit Albany. They really drove it hard, posted up hard, and we got ourselves in foul trouble. But outside of getting ourselves in foul trouble, I thought we did a pretty good job defensively for the most part. In our offense, they were just terrific tonight. They shared the ball, great contributions. I think guys were very efficient. It was fun to coach tonight, and this guy next to me was phenomenal in the second half. He just, man, I've not seen him go after rebounds like that. He had 3 or 4 that was just unbelievable, and I thought it really set the tone. When you got guys playing that hard, it's hard to, you're that talented and you play that hard, it's hard to lose. So it was a great effort overall.
Questions for Dom?
Dom, I know a lot's been made of your, getting in better shape of your changed diet, but you look like you're playing with a different mentality out there. Like, you're playing almost with a lot of controlled aggression. Is a different mindset this year?
Yeah, it's a different mindset. It's unfortunately we can't participate in the conference championships, but we have the opportunity to play in the postseason, any postseason tournament. So as of right now, I'm just trying to play hard and prepare for each game that's upcoming. So in the next year when we go to a new league. So I'm just playing with a different mindset. I'm playing like every game is our last game, that we can't lose, man. Just play with aggression every time.
Dom, what was it like to to finish that dunk after missing one where you're wide open on Saturday?
It felt great. I know I missed a few, but it just felt good. I hate missing dunks. I know Coach hated it when I miss dunks. Either dunk it and make it, or.
Did you get any sense of satisfaction when you're dunking over that guy? I'm pretty sure. Maybe we'll get a picture in a few days of you.
Yeah, it was great. It's always good to dunk on someone and get the N1. So it was great.
What's better, yours or Nate's?
I guess I'll say Nate's, because he went up with 2 and then ended up dunking with 1. I've never seen that before.
Questions for Mel?
Mark, just talking about limiting their runs. I don't think they had a longer run than 6-0 all night. How do people do that?
Just being able to settle down, we know the game is that basketball is a game of runs. So, a team is going to make their run. It's just that you have to, get a better feel. Like what Coach is telling me, you have to get a better feel when to slow the game down, when to call the right plays and in the right situation to stop their momentum. That way we can pick ours right back up again.
Well, I know this is your first year here, but, can you talk about just the progression you've seen from Dom from the summer to now? Because I know he wasn't dunking like that before. I don't know if he was even dunking like that in the summer.
The progression has been like amazing to watch. He's slimmed down a lot. He's been like the backbone of our team. He leads us in the locker room, on the court. He has so much passion, so much fire within the game. And when you have someone on your team who loves the game a lot, and he's like the most unselfish guy. He could get the ball on the block and he will definitely kick it out to you no matter how many times you overlook him. So you have someone that's unselfish and just wants to win. It's good to see that he just working to get better and better and just do whatever it takes to see the team win.
Can you talk about the battles with Rowley in the post? Because he's a big guy, you're a big guy. It looked pretty physical out there.
Yeah, I thought he got away with not hooking but having his arm out. But I had to play through it. He's a great player. He has a bright future. It's always hard guarding them left-handed people because that baseline, man, is always hard. But other than that, it was physical. Every game's probably gonna be physical like that. But Rowley he's a tough guy, so it was good. It was good playing against someone to match your physicality like that.
Mo, as the season has gone along, have you become more aware of where John is on the court? It seems like all the time when he hits his spot up 3-pointers, it's coming from you. Where he likes to get the ball, spots on the floor that he likes?
I think it's just like a sixth sense. Me and John are roommates. I consider him one of my best friends. So it's like when I'm driving, I always have a sixth sense of where he's going to be. And he's a shooter, so you have to find a shooter, to get the team hot. It opens up the floor so much. Like he makes some threes, it opens up driving lanes for me and DJ. So just being able to find him, and I know that 9 out of 10 he's going to knock the shot down. So it's kind of like a sixth sense in the back of my head that when I drive, he's going to find an open spot, which is what I do when I jump in the air with the ball, hanging in the air. It allows him to move to the open spot. All the defense is watching me, so it allows him to move behind the defense, and the quick release, so it just gets it right off.
Tom, getting back to the mindset your personal mindset. It looks like you're playing meaner out there on the court this year than last year. I mean that in the best possible way. Can you think that's an accurate assessment?
Yeah, that's accurate. I have an attitude when the game starts. Freshman year, I used to get smacked in the face to play. Sophomore year, I didn't. This year, I just got an attitude. We need it. If I don't play with an attitude, I might not have a great rebounding game. With me, it's not all about points. I get my satisfaction off getting rebounds. I know I could score. I'm probably one of the best scorers in the post or off the dribble as a big guy. So I don't have to worry about that. I just know I got to play physical and go after every rebound. So in order for me to do that, I have to play with an attitude, a chip on my shoulder. So yeah, you're right. That's accurate.
Anything else for the players? All right, thanks.
Great job, fellas. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Wow, get some.
I got you.
All right, baby. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a good day off.
That's cool.
Coach, I know Dom's dunk is what everybody remembers, but there was a possession when he got 2 offensive rebounds in a row, and then you actually came out onto the court after the whistle. Could you just talk about that? Did that kind of encapsulate his year so far this
Yeah,
season?
that was amazing. This is a really special group of guys. It really is. It's the things that they're saying about Dom in particular. He'll go through a half and he's open and we'll miss him, and he won't say a word. He'll just keep playing. And so that was and we talked about we were getting our rebound in at halftime pretty significantly. We talked about it, and then he just went out and just there were two. I mean, you could be at an NBA game and guys don't go after the ball the way that guy went after the ball, and it was great to see. And when guys are playing that hard, it's hard to lose. It's hard to lose, and I thought that kind of set the tone for us. Having the backbone of your team playing that hard.
Joe, what's it like for you guys? I mean, you guys are still playing for something, obviously, to get to the regular season championship. Is every game like this now? Is this your tournament right now?
I said it to myself. I said, maybe I should talk about these last 3 of being, first round, second round, third round. But then I felt like we kind of went into the Hartford game on the road, and we talked about that being a big game, and I thought we played tight. So my thing was, we're playing pretty well right now. Let's just ride it. Let's not make one game bigger than the next. Let's just try to finish strong, and I think that's what we're trying to do. I think they know what's ahead now. They can smell it, and they're just playing with a great sense of urgency, and they're playing with an unbelievable sense of confidence in themselves and each other. And to have your team playing this well, this late, is beautiful. It's beautiful.
Coach, can you talk a little about James Kennedy? It seemed like he played pretty well in the first half, and he had got some minutes late in the game, and it was close.
We got some great minutes out of him. He got his hand on balls. I thought he did a good job in the post defensively. I thought his minutes were really productive. Those 8 minutes were productive minutes, and he scored a basket. I mean, he had a great post move. I mean, anything like that you're getting from him. If he can come into the game and he can give you great energy and he's playing confidently, it's going to help us, and we need that.
So following Albany's comeback in the first half, you opened with a 17-6 run. Just comment on
Yeah,
that.
we got in foul trouble. It threw us out of rhythm, I thought. It kind of changed the game, and I thought we fouled him. I did. I thought we fouled him. And so, it changed the game. It kind of got us on our heels, and then we tried to play some zone, and they carved the zone up, and, we just had, some funky matchups out there that we wouldn't regularly have because we had guys in foul trouble, and it kind of got us out of rhythm in the first half.
But just coming out in the second half, though, with a 17-9, 6.
Yeah, I thought Maurice was really a big key to start that second half. He just came out on fire. He sat down for so long in that first half. He came out and really set the tone. I thought his ability to penetrate and Dom's intensity going after the ball were 2 key things in that second half, that second half stretch, and then also the defensive intensity I thought was pretty good.
You mentioned Kennedy. You have 4 guys in double digits. Mo with 10 assists. How critical is it for you guys to be distributing the ball between everybody?
Yeah, to have Maurice, who's got a great feel for the game, and then DJ, who can beat his man off the dribble. He didn't have a rebound tonight, but he had been rebounding the heck out of the ball. to have those two guys on the floor together is huge. So, we're able to break the defense down. Malik didn't have a great night tonight, but then you have that fourth perimeter guy that can break the defense down off the bounce, and then these guys can all shoot it. On any given night, any of these guys can hurt you from three. So we're hard to guard, and then we're really good against the zone. Our numbers are better against the zone. So, we're just a handful for teams to guard right now because we share it and we get it moving. And the quickness of Maurice and DJ, it's just hard to stay in front of those guys.
Coach, like I asked, I know a lot's been made about his change in nutrition, his change in diet, losing 30 pounds. But he's a kid who has always had the reputation for being the nicest kid in the world off the court. It seems like during those first 2 seasons, maybe that carried over onto the court a little bit. Can you talk about, his change and kind of mindset out there?
They're all maturing. I think that's the thing that you see, that I'm seeing as well. Like Dom's just a different kid this year than he was last year. He's able to take criticism. He's able to, to handle things that you say to him that may not always be so nice. And that wasn't always the case. DJ handles things much better. The maturity of these guys. Travis has already been pretty mature, but has taken a step in his maturation. So I think that's the one thing. These guys are kind of growing up in front of you. You start to see them start to handle things better. And I think outside of changing his diet, he's just handling things much better right now. And he's playing with a lot of confidence. He's a talented kid. You're seeing it all come together for him now. I'm happy for him.
Coach, this might be a bit of a stretch, but do you see any similarities between John and Matt Griffin? The person who also used to wear his number 2, in the way that they look for spots for threes on the floor?
Yeah, but both are really, like, John is kind of this underrated tough kid. He's a really tough kid. He was pissed. He came out, he was really upset. He got his 3rd foul. I think it was Black was driving, and he was really upset. He's more than just a shooter, and that's what Matt was. Matt was a tough, gritty kid, played hard. Both guys shot it well, shoot it pretty well. Obviously John's got more size, so you can do a little bit more. But yeah, there's some similarities there. Yeah, Matt was a great captain. John doesn't talk as much as Matt did.